G'day everyone, and welcome to another episode of Baggers Chat. Ethan here to review our loss against the Saints. Carlton 8 goals 12, 60 to defeated by St Kilda 12-10, 82 at Marvel Stadium on Sunday afternoon. Initial thoughts: what is going on? I wasn't expecting to, have more questions than answers at this stage of the season. I know it's still early in the season, but it's round 6, and I'm still not sure what our system is. I'm not sure how we play. It was just really, really, really disappointing, and just considering the week before we were expecting some sort of response. Thought in the first, quarter, the pressure was on, but once the pressure really got on in that second half, we crumbled. And that has happened too many times over the past few years, and that's just throwing it back to the proper rebuild days, 2016 and 2019, where we just crumble after half time or after quarter time. And I'm just really shocked and quite worried of where we're at right now, because there's really no signs of improvement. There's more signs of actually getting worse, unfortunately, which I don't know how, with the group we have. I'm not sure how that's happening. My second point here is the timidness and scaredness to go forward. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. If you look at the heat map, if you go on the AFL app, go onto the game, go on the heat map, I reckon probably 80% of our ball in hand was in the back 50, which is just ridiculous. It was just shocking. And I think, having that much time in your back 50, just kicking it around, playing safe, for 4 quarters of the game, it wasn't fixed by the coaches. So I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. I think one instance all Carlton fans would have seen was, not blaming Zach Fisher here, but there was one instance he's literally running on the wing. He's got Harry Mackay open on the wing, stops running, faces backwards and goes sideways. Just lateral balls all game by everyone. I'm not, it's just, that was Teague-esque. Slow, long down the line, and then every single fucking time, there was a St Kilda defender marking the ball. I don't know what is going on. It felt like I was pulling out my teeth. It was that bad to watch. It's just pretty bad. And like I say here, there's alarm bells are ringing. I know it's round 6, but they are ringing very, very hard. We haven't played any good footy this year, maybe apart from maybe the Geelong game. We haven't played any good footy. We were lucky to get 3 wins. Probably lucky to get the draw against the Tigers. That draw is looking worse and worse considering how they're going currently. So, where to from here? I'm not sure. I think there's going to have to be some changes at the selection table come next week. Obviously, we'll touch on that in the preview. Pato will be back for that preview. But yeah, it's just, you got to make changes. I think you've got to make changes. I think there's a lot of guys knocking on the door in the twos, especially guys like Paddy Dow, even Lockie Fogarty, Jack Carroll. You got to have a couple of them come in because it's not working currently. It's not working. I'm not putting out individual things aside. We were just not impactful enough. And I'll move on to some key stats that really caught my eye post game, and I'll start on two individual players that kind of set the scene for the team as a whole. George Hewitt, 29 touches, disposals, which sounds fantastic. 30 meters gained. 30 meters. That's for every disposal, 1 meter is gained, average. Um, that's quite unbelievable. It's pretty hard to do. And then I'll move on to Sam Walsh. He had 38 disposals. Looks great on paper. 250 meters gained. No impact on the game. I thought Walsh's game was pretty bad considering the amount of touches he had. How much of a superstar he is. It's just pretty disappointing how he went about it. Another key stat just for the season with Harry Mackay, 9 goals in 6 games. That's just terrible. And that includes his 5 goals against an undersized defence in North Melbourne. So he's technically kicked 4 in 5 games. Apart from that one, he's I don't know what's going on with him. He looks, it set the tone, I think, of the game when he took the mark 30 metres out and then kicked it backwards to George to take a set shot. Um, you're a key forward, Harry. Kick the goal. Kick the goal. You're on a lot of money. A lot of money. He gets paid a lot of money. This is his full-time job, and he's passing off shots from 30 out. That's all I'm going to say to that. And my last key stat, 6 players with 28 plus disposals, 6 players with almost 30. I think we had 4 with over 30, and we end up losing by 4 goals. I think we beat them in the possessions by, it would have been a lot, 60, 70, 80, 90. I know, at half time, I think we're up 60 or 70, and we're only up by 2 points. It's just pretty embarrassing, really. I think we're probably one of the only teams who could do that and end up losing the game. So, I guess a positive of the game, well, there was barely any positives, really. There was no injuries to come out of the game. I think Sardi would have been massive on the weekend. We needed his drive, especially, and Doc as well. Those two are vital for our side, but we just weren't good enough. There's no excuses. We haven't been good enough, and we showed that again against the Saints. I'll move on to best on ground. I'm sorry for being negative, but you can't be positive about that. There's nothing positive coming out of that game other than one man's performance. I thought Adam Cerra was superb. I think he actually impacted the game a lot. I think he had over 600, 700 metres gained with 39 touches. That's a good game. 39, 600 metres gained, kicked a goal, was silky. It was his 100th game. He was good. It was good to see, but as a collective, we couldn't stand up like Ches did. And also, in other news, Jesse Modlop has been suspended for a game due to a tackle on, I think it was Dougal Howard, which is frustrating. But me personally, I think he really struggled, Jesse. I thought our Smalls have struggled all year, apart from a couple games. But yeah, I think it's almost time for him to have a rest, and especially Lockie Cowan as well. I thought he's been good, but probably time to chuck him in the twos. It just looks like he's played a couple too many for my liking, but I wonder if we're going to challenge that Jesse Motlop decision or not. I'm not entirely sure. I imagine we will, but yeah. So that's pretty much the end of the video. There's not much motivation going into this video. What is there to be motivated about? There's been 2 putrid performances, and this is the year where we're supposed to be hitting the ground running. And now we've got a tough block of games. I think we've got the Eagles over there next week, which, really should be a win. If we don't win that, then it's going to go really fast downhill from there. And then we've got a really tough block of games. I think we've got Melbourne, Collingwood, Sydney, and a few other good teams in there in the block of games, which is going to be a very, very important period in this season if we can get it back on track. So obviously Eagles and then Brisbane in a couple of weeks at Marvel on the Friday night, which is a scary prospect because they could really overrun us the way we're playing. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. There'll be more. There'll be a preview out for the Eagles game the next couple of days. Pato will be back for that. Hopefully Pato is the good luck charm. But yeah, like the video, subscribe. And as always, up the baggies.